Hello my gorgeous little love bugs out there, and welcome. In today's video I am going to play with some new products from the All Done Up collection from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I picked up 3 of their new matte lip creams as well as the eyeshadow palette. So I want to do some swatches, create a couple looks, let you guys know my thoughts on these products. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun and colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot of indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. With that being said, let's get into this video. So let's get into the collection. I'm so excited that Blend Bunny has come out with something new and they're expanding their range. This is the first time they've ever had lip products, and the last time they released the highlighter palette. So I love seeing a smaller indie brand grow, and I feel like they're getting a lot of hype, a lot of well-deserved love, and I really loved everything that I've tried from them, like all their eyeshadow palettes. I love how they set them up. They're just very aesthetically pleasing, and the brand owner is a makeup artist, a makeup lover, also content creator. So a lot of the products have the makeup artist as well as the makeup lover in mind, and they wanted to bring something new to the makeup community, which I really think they are with their collection. So we'll dive in. I'll get into the lip creams first. These little bundles come with a lip liner. They go for $16 each, but I think they're normally going to be $22 because I saw a post where they said that there was an issue with the lip liners not having, I think, the shade names on them. I think that was what the issue was. So they discounted it, and I think that's amazing. They're just so transparent as a brand. So normally they'll be, I think, 22, but right now they're going for 16, the ones that don't have the names on them on the lip liner. So I'll show you guys all the shades. Now there was 4. I passed on one, which was called Like a Pro, which is a true red, which I have a lot of those in my collection. I just picked up the other 3. I took all the lippies out of their packaging. So this is what the outer carton looks like. Very simple, very pretty. I love the color. And then the shades are up here, and it's supposed to have like the corresponding color. And they are all like this, like the outer component. I like this. It's plastic packaging, but it looks very pretty. It's a little frosted kind of ombre effect. And then I'll show you guys the doe foot applicator. Oh, look at that sexy color right there. Ooh, very nice. It looks like a lot of product picks up. So the first shade I have here is called Haunting. Love that name. So I'm going to just swatch it out, but I'll do up close swatches. Ooh, it's a deep kind of wine shade. They describe this as a deep brick leaning red. And then the lip liner, which I'm sure it's supposed to like match up. Oh, ooh, these feel super creamy. They just glide on. Oh yeah, that matches perfectly. Then the next shade is called, what is it called? Doll Face. This one is described as a cool tone nude rose. Right up my alley. I love cool tones. Like, look at that. Ooh, this is such a pretty, like, mauve-y shade. Ooh, I love that. I think this is going to go so well with the tones in the palette. Like, the colors so far look like they're going to match up really well with the shades. And then the last shade, which is called Tease, which I think this is more of like a nudie shade. So let's see what it looks like. Ooh, okay, yes, it looks like a nudie brown. So they describe this as a light cashmere inspired brown, which I love my brownie nudes. Yes, it's on the lighter side, definitely more brown tone. And then the lip liner, which is a little deeper. And then the palette, which I'm so excited for. This goes for $36. This is smaller than their usual palettes, which I'll show you guys. Like, this is a dollhouse one, how it compares in size. So they definitely made this a little smaller, and I feel like that was the feedback they were getting from customers wanting something a little smaller, a little bit more curated, which I love that they took the feedback. And this one has 20 shades in it. Normally their palettes have 30 shades in it. And this is described as a bold, chic, wearable glam for any special occasion. So 20 ultra glam shades. But here's the outer packaging. I love it. Simple, the lip print. Here's the back of it. I love the tone of this. It matches all like the products. Everything just matches up so well. So I'll show you guys inside. There's a mirror. It says All Done Up right here. And then look at those shades. I love these tones. It's more of a nudie, muted palette with a twist. You know, it has some grunge in here. I love how they set up their palettes. Like, It has monochromatic rows that go from light to deep, and then it has metallics down here, lighter metallics that look like they can work for the lids, could be inner corner highlight. They got some pastels. I love this row right here, all these sexy deep tones. I just love how they set these things up so much. So that was everything in the collection. I want to zoom you guys in a bit, create a couple looks, put on the lippies, do an eye look. I'll do 2, that's all I have time for. And then I will give you guys my thoughts at the end. So I need to get into some eye primer. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to go into the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. In the last video, someone corrected me and told me I was saying the name wrong because I kept calling it the Painterly Paint Pot, which Painterly is another shade for this. I don't know why I've been saying the name of this wrong this whole time, but the shade that I have is Soft Ochre. So thank you for letting me know I was saying the name wrong. I can't believe I've been doing that this whole time. Like, I've had this forever and I've always been calling it the Painterly Paint Pot. That is so hilarious. Now let's get into the palette. I want to do a combo with maybe this row and this row because I feel like these greens are very cool tone, and then it has like these gray and like smoky tones. So I'm gonna start off with the shade called Muse, this one right here. I'm gonna use that through the crease and see how that looks. Yeah, it's a very cool tone green, which I love. I feel like most palettes have more warm tone leaning greens in it, so this is a pretty shade. Yes, definitely a nice cool tone foresty green. Now Blend Bunny's shadows are on the more like powdery side, but I noticed that most shadows that are more on the powdery side tend to be a lot more blendable. So I'm totally fine with that, but just know you definitely need to dust off the excess with these shades. But that is pretty. Pigmentation on point. Love it already. Now I'm going to take this smaller little brush and go into the Look shade, which is kind of like a bluish gray, and I'm going to use that on the edge to like blend out that green. I feel like that will work because they're just both, you know, very cool undertones. I don't know, I don't normally mix grays and greens, but I feel like this just speaks to me right now. So I think these two shades look really good together. The gray was able to really blend out the edges of that green. I'm liking the mixture so far. So now let's get into a deeper shade. I want to go into Shapely, which is a deeper green cool tone shade. And I'm going to use that on the outer corner just to smoke things up. And then in the next look, I'll start from darkest to lightest instead and see how that goes. But I'm pretty familiar with their formula. I think they have really nice mattes. So I'm just kind of fusing that in. That gave beautiful amount of depth. I went ahead and did my other eye to save some time. Now I want to get into the shade called Accentuate. It is a silvery metallic and it looks so pretty. Ooh, it picks up really nicely on the brush, but I'm still going to wet it just to avoid any like fallout. And I'm gonna just put that right here all over the lid. Ooh, yes, that's pretty. Such a pretty silver shade. And I think that looks really cool with the green tones, like the green cool tones. Just meshing that here. I'll probably go back into some of the mattes just to work on the edges, but so far, this looks gorgeous. Now I want to get into an inner corner highlight. I want to use one of these light mattes. So I'm going to go into this shade right here called Vision. And I'm going to see how pigmented these are. I feel like in the past, their pastel mattes to me have been a little bit more on the sheer side. So we'll see how this does. Ooh, oh, okay. This looks quite pigmented than what I'm used to from their pastels. And they're like lighter shades. Ooh, I like that as an inner corner highlight. It gives a nice good amount of pop and brightness. Let me put a little bit of the white one, which is called Knockout, on top of the inner part right here. Oh, I think that looks really, really pretty. Okay, I'm happy with that. I've tried more pigmented pastels and like lighter shades than this, but this is actually doing a really good job. All right, I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my other eye. I'm gonna do my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys the completed look. So I finished off my eyes, but I realized I haven't done my lippy yet, so I need to do this to fully complete the look. So I'm gonna go into the shade called Doll Face. I think the mauve tone will look really good with this look. So I'll start off with the lip liner that it came with and see how these do. Let's do that real quick. Wow, that's really pigmented and creamy. So there's the lip liner. This went on so easily. It's so creamy, pigmented. I'm just a little worried because it's so creamy that maybe it might not be like the most long lasting lip liner, but we shall see it. Now going over that with Doll Face. Ah, yeah, they match perfectly. I feel like the lip cream is just a little lighter than the liner, which is perfect. I think this lippy looks so good with this eye look, right? Like the color, this cool tone mauve with the cool tones on the eyes. I really like the formula so far, guys. It feels very lightweight, airy, almost like kind of a mousse lip product. Like the Kaleidos Cloud Lip Glaze, it feels like that. It's super lightweight, but it is quite pigmented. Like one swipe I was able to fully cover my lips. It's not enhancing any textures. I don't feel it drying down at all, so I don't think this is gonna be like a transfer proof lip product. Let me see. Kind of, but I can see a little bit of the color on my hands. Nothing crazy. So it's a comfort matte, I would say. It's really nice. Oh my gosh, I love this. I hope they continue to come out with like more colors in this because I'm really liking the formula so far. But this is everything for look number 1. I love just the combo of the cool tone greens and the grays, the silver. I really think that light pastel like mattes are quite pigmented. More pigmented than I remember from their other palettes. So I feel like they've improved the formula and I'm liking it. So all I did off camera was I went in with the LA Girl Shockwave liner and Dragon. I just put it in the waterline. I used my Beauty For Real High Def mascara and I used the Huda liner to create a wing. Like that's pretty much all I did off camera to complete everything. But I'll give you guys one more shot. So far, I'm very happy. So I'm very excited to now get into look number 2. So I want to concentrate on this rose right here, these 2 rows right here, do something a little bit more warm. So I'm actually going to start off with the darkest shade. I'm going to go into Ready. And I'm going to use that just on the outer corner. I think that's what I want to do. It is more of a like burgundy brown shade. Oh, is it? It's like a brownish red. Wow. Whoa, that has a lot of pigment. Okay. Ooh. I love how pigmented the Blend Bunny formula is, especially in their deeper shades. I feel like their pastels may be on the lighter side, but their deeper ones are so pigmented. Like, look at that. Wow. Okay. So I'm just packing that on the outer corner. I'm not gonna bring it too far in. Just want it to be concentrated out here. And now I wanna go into the shade called Unexpected. I have to use this beautiful mustard shade. I'm gonna just clean this brush off that I have here. This is from Uden's Eye, and I'm gonna bring it here and here and kind of connect it there through. Ooh, these are such pretty colors together. And this mustard shade too is also very, very pigmented. But I'm mainly concentrating in the front, and then I'll go a little bit over the edges of that dark burgundy brown shade. Now I want to go over the edges with Features, which is a very, very light pastel yellow. Just off the X's, and I'm just going to work it up here. I'm not sure if it will really even show because it's so light. But I'm just using that as a blendy shade just to soften everything and just get a nice little transition here. Maybe I can use that to brighten up the brow bone, even though I never do something like that. Huh. Well, I guess today I'm going to. Okay. How about I take something different on the lower lash line so I can use some more colors? So maybe I want to go into the khaki shade. This might not be a good idea, but you know what? I'm committing to like a very fall-y look right now. And wow, that khaki shade has so much pigment to it too. Oh, why am I acting surprised? They have such a good matte formula. They're just really doing it well, like so well, unbelievably well. And I'm gonna take a little bit of Goddess too on the outer corner and match it up so we can match the depth that's up on the upper corner. So I think that was a good choice to put the green down here. It's like really, really fall now, and I am so here for it. So now I want to get into some shimmers. I'm gonna start off with Center Fold. And I'm going to pick that up on this flat brush from Udin's Eye, and I'm gonna wet it. And I'm going to use that. Oh, wow. That is such a beautiful yellowy gold. I'm not gonna take it too far in because I feel like I want to take something different in the inner portion. I'm just trying to use a bunch of shades here and use as much as possible. I really want to do more than 2 looks, but I just don't have enough time in the day to do that. So I'm just trying to use as much as I can, and then hopefully I can do a look on Instagram with this palette. So there we are with the gold. Now I want to use a little bit of shimmer on the lower lash line. So I want to go into Starlit, go in with a little green in the front. Why not? I'm gonna pick it up on this pencil brush as much as I can get it to pick up, and then wet it so we can reduce fallout. And I think that would just be fun to add some green. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a goldy green. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? I'm just meshing it a little bit. I'll go over too with some of the green mattes down there, but I just wanted to add something down here. So I think that looks good. I think that works down there. So I'm gonna take a little bit of natural just to use another shade, and I'm gonna use that to just blend out the edges down here because I feel like the edges are looking a little harsh on the lower lash line. Just get everything nice and softened up. Now I wanna use Shine. I have to use this shade. It's like an iridescent greeny shade. I'm gonna use that in the inner corner highlight, and I'm gonna pull it onto the lid too. I think that's gonna look so good. So I'm gonna pick it up with this like little flat shader brush and wet it as well. And bring a little here. Oh my God, that's so vibrant. Bring it in here in the inner portion and just mesh that in to the front. Oh my God, that looks so pretty. I love shades like this. So that is it for the shadows on the eyes. I actually love how this turned out. I'll probably go and clean some stuff off camera in a bit, but let's get into the lippy now. I'm happy I actually remembered to do that before I go finish the look off. So I'm gonna use the nudie brown one, which is called Tease. I think that's gonna go best with this look. So I'm just gonna line. Oh God, these are just unbelievably creamy. Like I can't believe it. And this is a nice, like kind of deeper brown nude to go with the lighter nude. Okay, lips are aligned. This is totally my kind of shade. So now let's go in with Tease over that. And this is gonna help kind of lighten it up a little bit. And actually make it look a little bit more cool tone. Okay, there's that nudie brown. It looks gorgeous. I'm telling you guys, I'm already in love with this lip formula. It feels so good on the lips. So that is it for all the shadows, the lippy. Now I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my eye makeup, show you guys the completed look, and then we can get into my final thoughts. All right, I'm back, and here's the completed look. And yes, I added liner, I added some gems. I could not help myself, but I'm just into adding little details to looks now. I'm just into a little bit more extraness, a little bit more drama and fun. And even though the colors on my eyes are a little bit more muted and toned down, adding these little details gives it more. and I'm so happy that I added them because I love how this look turned out now. I was liking the look before, but I wasn't really loving it, and I was like, what is missing? And I was like, liner and gems. So here we are. So how I did the liner is I went in with this Doja Cat liner. It was with BH Cosmetics. It was one of their calligraphy pens. I'm not sure if this is available anymore, but I did that arch. And then I actually went into the All Done Up palette and went into the Knockout shade and laid that over the liner to make it even more white and bright, and it really did that. And then I went in with these nudie kind of gems on the outer corner. Normally I do it in the inner portion, but this time I tried something different, and I'm happy that I did because I really like how that looks. And then what else I did off camera was I went in with the LA Girl Shockwave liner in Screamin'. I wanted something a little lighter and brighter, so I went in with this yellow shade, and I think it really goes well with the eye look. And then I used the Huda Beauty liner to create a wing, and the High Def mascara from Beauty For Real, and I think that everything turned out so nice. And I'm loving the lip combo too with the eyes, the nudie brown, like everything just makes sense. It's nude and like grungy, but a little bit extra, and that is what I'm vibing with these days lately. So I think I am ready to give you guys my like final first impressions on these products and wrap up this video. Okay guys, I need to make this quick because my battery is dying and I need to go chill for the rest of the night. I'm filming after work and I'm a little tired, I'm a little hungry, but I really love these products. They're amazing. Blend Bunny is killing it. They're doing so good with their releases, and this is the usual consistent formula from Blend Bunny, if not better. I feel like the mattes in here are just extra pigmented, extra blendable, and it might be in my head, but these are so good. And the lighter shades in here have good pigmentation. Their other palettes, the like pastel-y shades, were a little bit more sheer, but I feel like they amped up the pigmentation in these like tones right here. I'm loving that. I love the metallics. They're very sparkly and creamy. They go on the lid so nicely, and I know some people complained about creasing from them. I haven't experienced that issue, or at least I haven't noticed. I just love how they go on the eyes, and I'm just happy with how both of my looks turned out. I love that you can do something cool tone, warm tone, grungy, glam. Like you can just do a lot with this palette, and I feel like it's gonna appeal to nudie lovers as well as color lovers. I feel like you get the best of both worlds with this palette, so I do recommend it. I think it's beautiful, and I like that they made it smaller and a little bit more curated and took out some of the shades. I feel like this is gonna be such a good one for this season as well as like any time of the year. And then the lippies, guys, I'm impressed. These lippies are so good. They're lightweight. They're not drying. I can't even feel them on my lips. They're so pigmented. This is a beautiful, like, comfort matte formula. Now, it's not completely transfer proof, but it wears well. From what I can see, I'm not having any fading. Like they were just so easy to put on. Like one swipe, you get full pigmentation. I'm loving the colors that they chose. It matches so well with the collection. And now I'm wishing I picked up the red one because I love this formula so much. So if you like more moussey, lightweight lip formulas like Comfort Mattes or like the Kaleidos Cloud Lab lip clays, those like kind of feel like how this feels, and I'm loving it. I'm so happy. I hope they extend the range. I think they just did such a good job for their first lippies. And then the lip liners are nice and creamy, easy to glide on. Now, I'm not sure how long wearing they're going to be because I have to wear this for a while to see, but they're super pigmented and they glide on so nicely. But of course, I will give you guys my updated thoughts once I try these out more in like a future ranking video of products that I've tried. But that was my overall thoughts on this collection, guys. You will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you pick this up? Did you pass? Like, what do you think about all these products, or what have you been loving on lately? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video and you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the collection linked. I'll have the rest of my makeup linked. We'll have other videos of mine, like other Blend Bunny reviews that I have done, and I will also have my contact and my social media platforms. So if you want to check me out on Instagram, I'm Breezy Lifestyle. I'm Breezy_beauty, and I do post a lot of different content there as well. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it, and I just hope you all are doing well wherever you are in the world, and I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.